Once I'm done with my pages, I can exit out of the pages, and now we're ready to create a blog post. So I'm going to go into Post, and we're going to add a new blog post. The blog in Nimbus is fully integrated into your site, so there's no need to maintain a separate blog site, and this allows you to keep a cohesive web presence managed all in one place. And the title of the blog post, this is visible to everyone and is used in creation of the URL of the post. So here we could say that this is going to be our link. Now you will notice that we do have a permalink. By default, the URL of the blog post is based upon the title and the SEO permalink settings. In the specific URL, you can modify this if you would like to. So as of right now, it's defaulting to what we've put above, but if I wanted to make changes to that, I could. Content section is where you create your blog post, and at this point, we've gone ahead and just pasted in some content that we already have. So now this is going to allow me to be able to add in my images. So I'm going to select my source, and I'm going to choose my images. We'll just drop in this image here, although it's not an engagement session image. It'll work for what we want it to. If everything looks just like I wanted it to, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Publish. I also can add video, so if you'd like to add video to your blog post, I didn't mention, but you can add video by clicking on your video gallery, and that's an option for you as well. So if you have video on YouTube or Vimeo, you can add it in here. And then when it comes to publishing, you can either publish as a draft, so you can find yourself you're unable to finish a blog post before you're ready to publish it. You can save that post in draft by clicking the Save button, and the post will be saved for you to work on later. You also can click on Publish Now if you want, and this would allow you to, if you're satisfied with the way it looks, you can publish and post immediately by clicking on the Publish button. And then you can also click on Publish Later, and so if you'd like to schedule the post instead and have it show up later, you can actually schedule a date and a time for that post to get scheduled. In this case, we're going to go ahead and just click on Publish. And now when I go into my blog, I would be able to see my new post. Now we're going to go back into our Settings tab, and we're going to take a look at widgets. Nimbus has introduced widgets as little snippets of code that allow you to add dynamic content to your Nimbus site. Widgets work with your theme to add content in various places like your blog, sidebar, or on your home page. The location of your widgets will vary based on your theme. On the left, you're going to see widgets that are available to you, and on the right, you'll see a target zone of where you can place those widgets. Notice that these zones can change dependent upon your theme. So here, if we wanted to have our gallery preview added at the page bottom, I could add that in here. If I wanted to add in Twitter messages to the bottom of my page, I could do that as well. And you can see here that you can come in and you can show how many tweets you want to show. Also, how many galleries on the cover you want to show, so you can modify these. You also can choose to delete them if you want to remove them. Once you've added in the widgets that you want, you can simply exit out of Atrium and back into your Nimbus site. A few last things. If you wanted to change your viewing options, you can go into your Settings tab and then click on View Options. This will allow you to see what is being viewed on the front page of your Nimbus site. You can choose if you'd like a page, if you'd like it to start with your blog, or a specific gallery, and you can identify which gallery you would like. If you choose a page, you can choose, there we go, any specific page. So right now we have two pages, which is Home or About Us. If I wanted to start it off with About Us, I could do that. I can save those changes. I would notice that when I go to my page, it will automatically go to the About Us, and I can move my menu item if I wanted to. If I wanted to move my navigation from my menu to the start here instead, I could do that as well. So for your options, keep in mind that you can change your front page view to a page, to a blog, or to your gallery. You also, for display options, for days of new content, right now our galleries are showing anything that's been posted in the last 30 days. It's going to say New Gallery here at the top. If you don't want it to say new gallery, you would just set that to 0 and it would no longer show new gallery. If you want it to show that it's a new gallery for 3 days, you get the point. You can just modify it as you're going here. And then we're going to go ahead and save. When I go into my settings, you also have the ability to import your WordPress blog, or if you have a blogger site, or if you want to import your RSS or Atom, you can directly from Nimbus. And one more thing to show you on the dashboard. On the dashboard, we do have a Nimbus setup guide. And this is a great resource for you to make sure that you're doing everything you need. So we've discussed how to set up your themes. Once you've done that, you can mark this off as complete. Once you've set up your menus, you can mark this off as complete. And then it will take you through setting up your galleries, your pages, and your blog. And then when you are ready to publish your Nimbus site, you can click on Advanced, and this will talk about how to set up your domain name, your users if you have questions about how to edit your users, but especially setting up your domain name and how to do your DNS settings. This will give you more information about that. We also have another resource for you. Up here in the upper right hand corner we have a Help tab. You can always navigate to our Help tab, and we have support specifically for Nimbus. So you can click on Nimbus support, and in here you'll see that we put up different Nimbus knowledge base articles that might answer questions you have. Also, if you have just specific Q&A that you want to ask, you can click on Nimbus Q&A, and this is our forum that you can go ahead and type in any questions that you have and create new forum posts, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible with those. Thank you so much for joining us on today's webinar. I hope you got a lot out of it, and we look forward to having you join us for future webinars.